Bobby, and thank you for watching Salt My Words. Today, I wanted to talk to you about some things that have been on my mind for the past little while that I should just share. One of it is like, what's wrong with me? So for the past few videos, I know you've probably heard me make comments like I couldn't do this before, or I was so tired, or my energy level was gone. Lots of different excuses like that of why I didn't get something done. So the reason is because about a year ago, I was officially diagnosed with hypothyroiditis, which is where my thyroid just stops functioning. It's a result of Hashimoto's. So I have what is called autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's. Now, with that comes problems like muscle weakness, sometimes is what I feel. There's a lot of problems, a lot of symptoms that I have that I can't explain. Now, one of the worst symptoms was about 6 months ago, and it was in my legs, and when you're about 10, 11, 12, and you have what's called growing pains in the middle of the night, and it's like you just roll over and bend your leg differently, and it's that excruciating that right in the I guess it's the joint at the top of the bone. Well, that's what I had, but nonstop. It was during the day, it was during the evening, it was at night, it was whenever. And the best way I can think of to describe the feeling of my legs was, I have my coffee here with me. The best way I can describe the feelings of that was if you take the bottom part of my leg off and beat that top bone into broken glass and then stick it back in my leg, and that's what I walked on. That's the best way I can describe that pain. And the reason I guess is because one morning I woke up and that's what I dreamed. It's like the picture was in my mind of just broken pieces of glass being my joints being covered in broken glass. And that's what I had to walk on. And it was just horrible. It was a horrible, horrible feeling. I couldn't tell if it's coming from my joints, from muscles, from bone. I couldn't tell. And then um, I slowly started getting over that, I guess. I took a lot of ibuprofen, and so then another feeling that was like a different spectrum was like if you take part of my bone out and stick it in the freezer for a few days and then put it back in and it would happen in the lower parts, like this part of my arm and my lower leg. Now the top parts, that wasn't really that bad. I didn't feel too much pain in the top parts, like in the muscle parts of my thighs. Now, I don't like to complain. Don't ask my husband about that because he may have a different idea. But seriously, I don't like to complain, and I like to just push through and do what I have to do. Now, through all of this, you know, I can I guess I could be. What happened was my job was very, very easy. I was an English teacher, as teaching English as a second language. And all of a sudden, I got to where I couldn't remember the conversation from my students. And it was a depressing time for me because every time I finished one of my classes, I thought about, my next student and what we're going to talk about. And then I got to where at one point I couldn't remember if I had that class or not. And that it actually scared me because I really thought that something's going on up here. I'm not sure what it is. Well, the more research I did about Hashimoto's and autoimmune disease in general, there are a lot of different types of autoimmune disease. And there's a thing called brain fog, and that is what I'm suffering with. I'm convinced because many people walk into a room and forget why they're there. But it takes me so long to get myself prepared to even come outside and have a cup of coffee and record what's going on in my life and what's going on with me. This is, for one thing, this is not comfortable for me. This is outside my comfort zone. My comfort zone at this point is actually digging in the dirt because there's a specific job to do, and when that job is done, then I can see that I've accomplished something. But when I'm teaching English or teaching anybody or having any kind of conversations, they have to be very understanding of my situation and my circumstances. I repeat things over and over, especially to my children. You know, and it's to the point now where they say, "Mama, do you know you just said that?" I said, "Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I just thought you didn't hear me, or maybe I just thought you weren't listening." So, but it's because of what's going on now. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to see an endocrinologist. I've been to my general practitioner, my GP, and he sent me to a neurologist who did testing on my hands for carpal tunnel. I've had carpal tunnel for 20 years, and I've learned how to deal with it and what I can and cannot do. And this neurologist put the electro things on my arm and did that shock and said that my hands are fine. I don't have any sign of carpal tunnel. And I thought, well, what in the world else can be wrong with me? So, okay, fine. I wake up in the morning with hands that I can't feel, and when I do feel them, they tingle and hurt, and I know what carpal tunnel feels like. So, but okay, I don't have carpal tunnel. It must be something different. The more I'm researching and understanding about Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism and how it works, especially with autoimmune diseases, is there's this little butterfly-shaped organ right here controls so many different things in your body and in your mind. Right now, I'm able to function. I'm able to do what I need to do, and I don't like to take pills, but I'm taking what is called pregabalin, which is Lyrica. It's a um, along the same lines of Cymbalta, but it's actually Lyrica, the generic version of Lyrica. I take that every morning and every night. I'm also taking Ethriox for thyroid function. And I'm able to function. I'm able to get through my day. I'm able to be a mommy. I'm able to help my son with his homework. I'm able to help my daughters with whatever they've got going on. And I'm able to work in my garden and in my yard. I'm able to just turn it around. Now, what happened to me at about 42 years old, I was going, and things were fine. I was okay. I enjoyed my job. I had a great job, great career going on. Kids are doing well in school. Everything's going fine. We bought a house. We got moved in, and boom. I was on the couch for a year. I don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happens. My energy level just went from go to no. So, and then as I slowly started to gain back my energy, it was like I can either go to work and have a job, or I can be a mommy and cook dinner. I can't do both. It was to the point where I can go to the grocery store or cook dinner, but not both in the same day. There was a time when it was really rough. I couldn't, so many things I couldn't do. And thank God now I have energy to do some things. When I have the energy, like now, I have energy to do things and I do it. Now, I wake up every morning and ask my husband if he beat me up during the night because I wake up in the morning so sore. Like literally every part of my body is in pain. But I get up and I go through with it. I get up and I put that smile on my face. I thank God for listening to the birds singing. I thank God for the sunshine and the wonderful days that of weather we have right now. And I go through it and I have my energy, not too much, but the energy I have is I use it for working in my garden and things that I look around and I smile because I really enjoy what I'm doing. Right now, behind me, you can see the electric cord, and maybe there's some wood that you can see. We have a mess, we have a lot to do, and my family, they are just so understanding to me. Everything that I do, They just tell me, good job, thank you for doing it, because they have no expectations. Last week I was okay. The week before last, I was on the couch for 3 days. The week before that, I was also on the couch for 3 days. No rhyme or reason, just sometimes I can't move. And those are the days that I just don't move. I just sit on the couch and I get very frustrated, but I'm learning to deal with it. I'm learning to live with it. And that's what I want to share with you now. The main thing is that we don't understand what happens in our lives. Things happen, and we just have to thank God for every day that comes. And when we do have that little spurt of energy, now some people choose to just reserve it. I choose to grab it by the horns and jump on its back and make it give me more energy. I'm ready to just go and do what I have to do. Not what I have to do. I don't have to do anything. But I want to. I really enjoy the things the progress that I see of my yard right now that's full of mud everywhere. And I'm happy with it. I am happy with the mess because I know when I'm done with that mess, it's going to be beautiful. And I can say I helped. I don't have a big part in that, but I helped. And, and I thank God for it. So that's all for right now. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to talk about them. I'll be glad to answer them. About my personal situation, I'm not a doctor. I can't give any advice. I can just tell you how I'm handling what I'm going through. And I can also give you updates from the endocrinologist in a couple weeks when I go. And we'll just take it from there. God bless. Have a nice day.